Well, good day to you all in the Four Corners Real Estate Extraordinaire Group. Just wanted to work on this YouTube webinar that I've been promising. It's taken me some time to get my computer reset up because I guess the laptop wasn't able to handle the process of recording the screen, recording the audio, and all that good fun stuff. So, gotta love technology. But I've downloaded it back onto a new computer, up and running. My mic's all checked out, plugged in, audio's good to go. So I'm going to go through this tutorial once more, and hopefully I will get a perfect product when I'm done. Because essentially we're going to be producing videos like this one right here, which will be used for all your listings, as far as learning how to edit them, and then you can use them for whatever. However you want to use YouTube to your business needs. I'm going to teach you how to record, edit, and then produce some high quality stuff. So, that being said, let's turn this off. Let's jump right into it. Basically, if you don't have a YouTube account already, it links up to your Gmail or any Google product that you have. So it's pretty easy to create your own profile. This right here is your My Channel homepage, essentially. Basically, it has your little profile photo. It's got your large banner shot of your cover photo, however you want to call that. You can also, I believe you can go in and do like an About Me. Here you go, right here. About you, what you are, any business information. Looks like I need to do that myself because I don't have anything in here. That's a good thing I'm doing this webinar because now I can see things I need to add. You basically will use this to upload all your stuff. The importance when you're doing video, and I've come across this a lot, is a lot of people have other companies do their video and then they have the rights to it. So the reason that you want to create a YouTube account is now all the videos and all the stuff that you make are yours. So when I go to my video section, you can see, let's see, I probably have hundreds of videos on here. I thought it told me up there how many I had. But you can see I have a ton of content throughout the years that I've added onto my YouTube account. And when I first kind of started getting into video, the reason behind it was I figured after 5 years I'll have a few hundred properties that I've videotaped in my database. So if someone's like, hey, I'm looking to buy in the Pleasanton neighborhood of whatever, say Springtown, like this video right here, I can say, oh, well, here's 3 properties that I videoed in the past just to give you an idea of what the homes look like. So I thought it would be a cool tool to have this library of the interior of properties, in all these subdivisions. So that was my initial thought process behind it, as far as also promoting. But, so having this YouTube channel is important, in my opinion, so that I can have a database of properties I've sold, all the different things. Like this one, I did a farmer's market video, so I can use that in my promotion of myself and everything like that. So anyways, that being said, you can use YouTube however you want. That's just how I like to use it for my social media marketing stuff. Okay, so now we're going to get into the I guess the technical stuff of what you'll need. You can totally use an iPhone or a Samsung Galaxy, any smartphone you want if you want to use video to record. Doesn't really matter. Quality should be pretty decent. I use a GoPro. A couple $100. You can get an older version for not too much these days. So I use my GoPro, and I can film in segments of the video. So basically, if I'm looking to do like a listing walkthrough videos, what I'll do is I will shoot the video. Actually, let's do this. Let me show you exactly. So as you can see all these different GoPro 803, 802, 801. What I will do is I will shoot the house in short segments. See, it's 17 seconds, 12 seconds, 12 seconds. So what I'll do is, and I'll pull this one up just to show you, is film the home as I'm walking through it in short clips, so that when I'm finished, I will edit them all together, and I will have transitions between each clip. So this just kind of gives you an idea of, how I try to do slow, fluid movements. That way, it's not like this fast. I'm walking through the home super fast because people get dizzy and it's hard to watch when you're moving too quickly throughout the home. And that's something you're going to learn on your own as well. How I film my videos, how I'm going to, have that first person perspective throughout the video. So basically what I do is I will shoot the whole home in 30-second segments. What I'll like to also do is I'll pull up a new, so here's the property that I just recently did, Laramie Gate. So I have my folder with all my videos already loaded in there. So when I go to upload them, I can just drag them into the YouTube upload section and have it real easy access for me as well. So if I go ahead and select the files that I want to bring in, so I go back over to, where was I? Laramie Gate, GoPro videos, just highlight them all, drag and drop them, and that way I can upload them very simply. So essentially, this takes quite a while. It's probably going to take, 15 minutes or so. I already have them uploaded. So once you hit upload, you'll watch all of them be uploaded. You don't want to publish them because that puts them into a public category to where people can view them. And since it's part of your project, you don't want to necessarily publish them all. But once they're all uploaded, they will be in your actual library. So what we do is we go back to our video account, and you can see that those videos have actually, that those videos have actually entered my my library, and they're already in there, so I don't want to have to upload them twice. So once you've uploaded all your different clips, and again, if any of this stuff is difficult or you're having trouble, I'm more than happy to walk you through it. So if you get stuck at any process, you can never mess up, because if you upload them twice or they don't upload properly, you can always delete these things, so it's not a big deal. So once you have your 10 to 15 clips of video uploaded, what you want to do is go to youtube.com/editor. For some reason, it's not as easy to find. It's not like it's just right here on any of these tabs. You have to add it, which is a weird thing to do, but unfortunately, it just is what it is. So go ahead and go to the editor. And now, after you've uploaded the videos, it's always a good idea, because you can see how I just know because it says GoPro 806, 805, 804, 803, so on and so forth. It's nice to have them all in order when you upload them, because one thing, when we start dragging them and adding them to our project, we want to make sure that it goes from the front entrance, the front room, living room, the kitchen, and then into the bedrooms, backyard. I like to have mine kind of flow fluidly through the home as you would if I'm walking through it. So we want to make sure that we have these in order. If you want to rename all the videos, that might help you. But make sure that as we're adding them, you're going to double check and make sure that we have them in the proper order. All right, so this is our editing homepage. Basically what you want to do, and what I always do, is right off the bat, I change the my edited video, and I add it to the property address. So 2733 Laramie Gate Drive, and that's in Pleasanton, California. I always like to use the physical address, mainly because that's going to rank higher in SEO. So if someone goes onto YouTube and Googles my address or inputs my address, that video is going to pop up, every single time. If they go on Google search, it should pop up in the video section. It doesn't always pop up on the first page of Google. Usually my Zillow, Realtor.com, Redfin, all the different real estate sites are the higher ranked SEO. But it's important when I put it in there so that anyone looking for it or looking in Pleasanton might come across my video. Okay, so I changed my project name. Now, if you look right here, you'll see this little, it looks like a camera. So that's the library of all your video. We can add screen or still images or JPEGs as well, and I'll show you how I use that tool throughout my video as well. Music, if I want to add music to my playlist, this is the place where you can find it. The library that they've increased in the last 5 years of YouTube has been ridiculous. There's too many videos now, or music now, to add to your video. So you want to kind of figure it out on your own, what type of music you want. I usually do a lot of like soft rock, classical. Sometimes I'll do some country music, instrumental mainly. It just depends. But there's a huge database of audio tracks that you can add to your video. This little bow tie looking icon, this is going to be very important. This is what I use to transition from clip to clip to clip. So you can see all the different wipes that they have out there, and I like to play around with it every now and then, but I usually stay pretty consistent. I usually either use the crossfade or cross blur, one of those two. In my intro, sometimes I'll use the barn door or the wipe opening, but I'll show you how that works as well. And then finally, the banner ad, which allows me to add text to my videos. Usually that's what I do in the beginning. So I'll have like an introduction along with some information about the property, price, contact information for myself. So those are the icons that we use to add different elements throughout the video. So the way I do this, and usually I can get through a video as far as like editing and getting it to publish within an hour. So once I have all my clips uploaded, I just start dragging them right here. So I click and drag and drop them right in order to in I guess chronological order. So once you drag a video, you'll see it'll give you a little preview, and you have these quick fixes. The first thing you want to do, I don't ever really mess. Well, first of all, I have a GoPro, so the quality is usually pretty good. It's usually fairly bright. Sometimes if the brightness, it's really dark, because that's the thing, lighting can be an issue, I will add brightness to it maybe, and then it's going to see how it reloaded, and it's going to show you what that video looks like with the brightness up one or two variables. Usually don't mess with that, just because it kind of can distort the quality of the video. The one thing you do want to look at, as far as the different options, is the audio. I always go to here and I turn the volume down, because I don't want, usually I'm talking or I'm walking or there's noises in the background. So I always want to change that volume to 0, so that there's no other volume or audio in the background of my clips of video. So once you're done with that, you hit this little X up here. It'll bring you back to the video clip screen, and I continue to add more videos to my project. So all I do is I drop a video, go to audio, drop it down to 0, close. And I continue to do that over and over and over and over and over until I get every clip that I want. So again, I've practiced this so many times. I do it really fast. It might take you a couple tries to remember, one, to drop the audio, one, to make sure you're in the proper order, and it should help as long as you have these things named and labeled properly. The other little trick that I do is, if I can't remember which one I left, if I go to this bottom corner, I can see the time each different second. That's a quick reference for me to remember where I'm at in my order for videos. So go there, click audio, close it up, 36, drop this one. Oh, the reason that there's 2 of these is, as you can see in this little thing, there's a ladder that we left in the shot. So this one is the proper one that I wanted, and it does not have the ladder. So I just thought that was funny, but you probably don't. Anyways, go to audio, drop it off to 0, click exit, and continue through the process. Audio, close, oops. There it goes. Where was I? All right, 803, audio, close, come on. There it goes. Close, 804. There it is, close, 805.
All right, where are you sitting at?
Oh, see, I just heard myself talking. I think because my dad was in that shot. He was in the video when I was doing this. 80, what was I? 805, 806.
What?
So yeah, see, I'm talking in the video. At one point, I think my dad was in this corner, so I had to reshoot it. I had to tell him to get out of the shot, which happens. So close the volume. Done. All right. So now you can see that I have all my shots in a line. If you want, you can preview this, and this little the way that's just going across the timeline of the video, you can kind of preview and make sure that you're in the proper order. Make sure that this is the living room shot. Make sure that the next shot's the kitchen. I chose to go in the backyard because the kitchen goes directly to the backyard, and then I go through the rest of the house, the bathrooms, the kitchen, the bedrooms, and so on and so forth. And then finally, I end up going back out the house into the front yard as well. So now we're done with getting the proper line. What I like to do is the introduction. So what I'll do in my intros is this. Typically, you can do a center tile, you can do banner, you can do all these different things, zoom. I think, let me just go back to my, because this is the finished product. Okay, so as you can see, I have it kind of scrolling in. So each slide that I've created will slide in like that and then show you for a few seconds information about the property. So what we'll do is we'll add several slides in the beginning that will show, there you go, what the text looks like entered in there. So what basically we will do on this is we'll hit pause so we can start messing around with it. We'll do the address 2733 Laramie Gate, Pleasanton, CA. Let's see. So as you're adding text, you want to preview it, make sure it all fits. So that looks pretty good. What I always like to do also is I'll change the color. You can go with KW red, you can go with black and white, you can go with whatever you want. I've been doing yellow a lot. I don't know, because my company I work with now is yellow and black. And then I think for this last one I just recently did, what did I use? Was I using rock salt? Let's see. That looks right. Now notice how when I go to preview it, see how that text, it's overlapping? I hate that. It looks ugly. So I put a space in between it, and it should fix that problem. Boom. So now it looks pretty good. The color's a little light. Maybe I'm going to put some bold. I'll add bold to it. That looks pretty nice. Let's see. What do we got here? Yeah, it looks like I want the gold, the darker yellow. So there's my first thing, or one of them. Let's see. Hold on a second. Let me go back. I got to remember what I do. Okay. So that's usually how I start my video. First thing is I'm branded. So I got Fouché Real Estate Group Presents. So when I go back to my video editor, I'm just going to move this slide back over, and I'm going to do Fouché. Let's see how I do it. Yeah, Fouché. And I know I have a typo. I saw that. Real Estate Group Presents. So I got Fouché Real Estate Group Presents. I'm already remembering I gotta space out everything because it's gonna overlap when I switch it to rock salt. Change my color. I want everything to be uniform, you know what I'm saying? So I got Fouché. So when I click off of this, it's gonna scroll through the whole video again. Fouché Real Estate Group Presents 2733 Laramie Gate, Pleasanton, California, and then boom. So I go back to my different things. So I got my introductions. I always like to add my branded image photo. So as you can see, I already got some of this stuff in here. I think it is this one. So I select this one, and now you can upload all these different photos. And I always like to have my marketing brand, so I can add that into my my video, and it's got a 5-second clip of my contact info, my branded video, my brand, my little motto, my logo, let our family help your family, email, all the good information I have in my video, so that once we have it up and running, we have the intro, property address, my brand. I also will add the price and everything in there too. So let's go back to adding a couple more slides. So what I want to do is priced at, where's that? Priced at $869. Bold, rock salt. So basically I want to make sure I'm uniform on everything. So I have it bold, yellow, rock salt, medium, everything spaced. So as I'm, and I'll go back and forth and preview this over and over and over and over just to make sure that I don't mess up. I want to make sure everything is uniform. Price at $8.99, $8.69. I have my branding. Sometimes I'll add, 3-bedroom, 2-bath. I'm pretty sure I did that on my the actual video I did. So you can also go back, add, 3-bedroom, 2-bath, whatever. Let's say 1,700 square feet. I don't think that's what it is, but whatever. Go back here, change this to rock salt, bold. That's already medium, yellow. So now you got, and I like to preview the slide, 3-bedroom, 2-bath, 1,700 square feet, priced at this. Perfect. So now I got my introduction. I'm good to go. Everything looks clean. Now is where I'll start getting into the different transitions between clip. So I always liked, and that's the bow tie up here. So I always like to do maybe one of these little wipes or the barn door. Typically I'll do the barn door one in between my final brand and the beginning of the property. So you have the brand and then boom, straight to the house. So now we'll have this little clip of me walking up to the front porch, and it'll go from clip to clip to clip. So once you have that, I like to do, let's see, which one do I usually do the blur, cross blur. So now basically what will happen is you'll drop the cross blur, it will start the video all over from scratch, and you have to go close it and then do it over and over and over in between each clip. So every time you add it, it'll restart the whole video. So it's kind of an annoying process. I was hoping that YouTube might have it to where it doesn't restart, because I have to do this 10 times in between each clip. So I have to stop it, hit pause, scroll back to my next segment, and then do it over and over and over. So it's a little tedious, but again, once you learn the process, you can do it pretty quickly. I only stay kind of I guess uniform because it's easy to do what I'm doing. Instead of putting a different type of fade in between or a different type of transition every single time, I like to keep them uniform. That way it keeps continuity, I guess that's the right word, throughout my videos. So it's just, and it makes it easy so I don't have to think about what I'm doing and what process or what step is next in the editing process. So let's go ahead and get cross blur in all these different places. Cross blur. And then finally, we don't have to do a cross blur on the end one, because what we're going to do is we're going to close this video out with more branding. So what I do is I'll go back to the banner. I'll do that slide. Since we did slide in the beginning, we're going to do slide in the end. So I always like to end my videos with a little thanks for watching. Thanks for watching. Drop it to yellow. Make it bold. Make it bold. Rock salt. Thanks for watching. Right? Close that. And then I say, hold on. I'm going to add this one at the end. Contact us for more information. Contact us for more info. Bold, rock salt, make sure it looks good. Contact us for more info. And then finally, I will end with the same thing I started with, which is, where's that little thing at? There it is. My little image, finalized email signature image. So that they're, in the beginning of the video, they're hit with my brand, my image, my stuff, and at the end. So I like to, when people are watching video, they remember the first 10, 15 seconds. They remember the last 15 seconds. Hopefully they remember a little bit in between, but I want to always leave them with my contact info and my brand, my image stuff. So now that we have the complete video, you always want to kind of go through it so you can preview this. I already know that it's going to pretty much have no flaws because I've done this so many times. But before you move on from step to step, just make sure everything looks good. Make sure all your fonts are the right size, the bold, the different colors. Make sure the wipes look good. So as we're going to see, it goes through the house. and it goes from room to room to room. So you have this nice transition in between this, and boom, now I'm going into the front door, and then I'm going into the kitchen. So it transitions nicely between room to room. So I boom, hit them with that. Now they're in the dining room, little eat-in kitchen area. So I like to transition with that blur, and as you can see, the different effect it has of going from room to room, which is nice. Okay, so the last piece that we have is, now that we have our complete video from start to finish, you come right here and you can see that it's a 4-minute and 16-second video. It's a little long, but it's a nice house, it's a large home, it's almost $1 million, so obviously I don't want to miss any part of the house. So the final step is this music piece. So right now, we want to have something that's going to be about 4 minutes. If it isn't 4 minutes, you can always put the same song on twice. So if I go to, this How It Began, it's got let's see if there's any music. Hopefully there's no music, but you find something like this that's catchy, uplifting. If it's 3 minutes, I can add it once and then add it a second time. And how that works, it's like this. I just drop that song right there, and you can go and see exactly where it ends in the song, in the video. So then I can go back, let's pause it, I can grab it again and drop it there, but now you see it's gone way past. So here's the end of my original video, here's the end of that song. If I don't change this, it's going to continue, the video will continue until the end of the music, and it'll just be blank. So you want to just grab this and drop it backwards, and try to just line it up to exactly where your other video ends. It doesn't have to be exact, it can be pretty close. One of the songs that I like. I mean, it sounds good, Let's fast forward and see if there's it would work, what I'm saying? So essentially what you can do, and you can search by genre. So if you want just acoustic music, you can listen to all these different tracks. There we go. Oh shit. Dance off. Come on, Dad. Get up. It's dance off time. See those sweet 80 moves. Get back to work, Dad. He's over there in the background just laughing at me. Okay, so we got that. What else we got? I think it was going to be more like guitar music or something. Let's see what we got. Course Suite. Have like a nice little ranch house on the market. So anyways, the idea would be for you guys is play with this, find something that fits the property. I'll use a lot of country songs on my listings if I'm doing like Livermore. It's real like horses and ranch properties and acreage. Sometimes I have some uplifting like light country music, not too strong, but something fun. So anyways, you want to add whatever music you want, you know what I'm saying? And there's a ton of different genres. You even have classical, so if you just want like a nice piano melody, you can pick up some Mozart, some Bach, some Beethoven. So let's see, here's Beethoven's Ninth. Now you can be regal. I know Eli likes to have some songs out there that he's got listings that are really high class. So you might go with some Beethoven just to impress some of those Texans out there that are looking for the finest quality home. So anyways, you got all kinds of music. Have at it, have fun with it. I have so many different songs I use, it's great. So once you've got your music, you got all the different transitions, you got your intros, you got everything ready, go ahead and hit create video. So once you hit create video, it's gonna probably take a video this size, it might take like 6 hours. So a lot of the times I will do this, later at night I'll be editing my videos, and then by the morning it'll be up and running. So basically you hit create video, hopefully, let's see if it does this. It might, oh, great. Oh well, I'll have to edit that later. So anyways, this is what you'll see. It says check back later. and you pretty much just got to wait for it to process. I didn't want to do that, but oh well, I'll just delete it. And then that's that. I mean, that's pretty much the introduction to it. There's so much different things you can try and mess around with and have fun with. But once it's done, this is basically what you'll see at the end. So you have the finished product. It's just your little introduction. Let's turn up the music. Slide to slide. It's got the property information, 3-bedroom, 2-bath. It's got my branding. And then it's got, you know, the little walkthrough of the property. Oh, I did a heart one on that one. Aww. So as you can see, you know, this is what I like best about the GoPro. And there's one thing I'm going to tell you before I'm done with this clip. Because you see how smooth, I mean, I'm walking, I'm holding this thing in my hand, but I use this thing that's called the Evo Gimbal. And the gimbal, it's a 3-axis device. Electronic motors help stabilize my camera shot so that I don't have that shaky, bumpy feel to my video. So you know, as you see the transition, I'm smooth with my shots, I'm fluid. I try not to, you know, go too slow, too fast. But I go, you know, at a good speed so that people can see it without feeling dizzy or seeing blurry images. So you can hear the music. It's just soft. It's light. You know, when I'm in this home, I felt like that. You know, like it's just like it's a bright home. It's quiet, and so I try to find music to go along with that, and you know, give the buyer that's looking at this video a good feeling about what they're seeing on the YouTube channel. Essentially, that's what the video looks like. And then, you know, once you have your video, as you can see on this property, let's see, where's my, oh, there we go. So, I had almost 800 views or 735 views on this property. I'll teach you guys how I got to that number later. Basically, just promote the heck out of it. That helps. But it's just one of those things where I can turn back to the seller and say, look at all the views we hit. You know, and that's the reason we got $30,000 over on the list on the purchase contract we received. Okay, so going back to the gimbal, so this evogimbals.com is the company that I bought this product from. So as you can see, let's see, there we go. So here's the different gimbals that they have. They actually do make one for smartphones. I bought this one it works, as you can see how the GoPro fits in it. It works pretty sweet. So it's just a handheld little device that you just hold, and it stabilizes your. Okay, stop doing that. It stabilizes the either the cell phone, the GoPro, or whatever you have. And if you go to this website, you can see just how it works. They'll have all the different videos you can watch, but it's sweet. I take it on vacation with me. I do a lot of fun stuff with it, but it works great on my shots for my listing videos. And what's great about it is it's a local company. The parts, I think the camera's maybe made in a different country, but it's a company based in Oregon. Most of the stuff is local. It's the only company I know that had a 1-year warranty on the product. So it's kind of a cool little camera, and I think there are device that helps keep your stuff stable. And I think it's like a $300 or $200. I found it on Amazon. So anyways, you guys, that's pretty much it. I mean, it's fairly simple once you walk through it with the webinar that I just finished with for you. If you have questions, definitely call me, email me, text me, Facebook me. I'm more than happy to walk you through your first one if you get stuck or if you have questions. So hopefully you enjoy this and you guys get out there and start making some awesome videos. If you have questions, let me know.